I don't think the Democrat Party can win another election for 10 years. I don't. And here's why. They are willfully choosing not to learn from their mistakes in a way that they have never done before. Because if you look at the past Democrat Party, they tend to evolve over time in a, I don't know if it's a positive way for Americans, but politically speaking for them, it is. And I'll give you just one example of what I'm talking about. Pod Save America, which is a total leftist Democrat wing podcast, was asked about gender theory and if Democrats will kind of let it go or if they're going to double down on it. And they responded by saying Democrats should double down on it. Here it is.
All right, subscriber Jessica on Discord asks, I'm trans and I'm really worried about the ability of the Democratic Party to win while keeping me in mind. I would vote for them if they go quiet about trans issues, but do you think that they could turn against us or just stay silent as we lose our rights? If so, what can I practically do, or am I out of luck?
So I'm very sorry that this person feels as though that's where we're at. I think that sucks. I think it sucks that we just went through a huge loss in which we lost voters for a lot of reasons, a broad swath of the electorate, different kinds of people from different walks of life and different experiences. And it's been in some debates like boiled down to, oh, Democrats need to moderate on the trans issue in quotes, or that trans people need to go under the bus because there was a super PAC that had an ad that used a statement and a position that Kamala Harris took in 2020 to paint her as extreme and out of touch, an issue that has basically nothing to do with what the experience of day-to-day life for a trans person in America is now a stand-in for the trans issue. And so I think, first of all, just that is a stupid way to have this conversation. That is a stupid, that are Democrats going to throw trans people under the bus? I certainly hope not. I don't believe that that will happen. It should not happen. It is both like obviously toxic, like a terrible thing to do, but also just politically stupid.
You cannot be successful in any part of your life on an individual level or on an organizational level if you don't learn from your mistakes. And if you look at Democrats, you could see this from across the board. They're not learning from their mistakes. It's from Democrat politicians to pundits like Pod Save America. Their response to why Kamala lost pretty much boils down to one of three things. Either we need to be more progressive, which is basically what Pod Save America is saying right there. The other one is Donald Trump cheated, which is obviously hilariously ironic because that's what Donald Trump said about Democrats for years and they scolded him for it, more than scolded. And then the third reason, which is, it seems to be the most common really, is that Americans are sexist and racist. And here is the problem with all three of those diagnoses. And again, this is like across the board. You could look up any Democrat practically, except for a few select ones, and just see what they think about the election. And one of those three reasons will be the reasons why they think they lost. The problem with these three reasons, though, is that none of them are true. And you can only be so successful in the world in which you live if you actually embody what it is. Let me tell you what I mean by that. This is kind of a new idea that I've been grappling with, something that I've been internalizing as of late. Democrats have made a metaphysical world for themselves where anyone who voted for Trump is racist and Trump cheated and Democrats need to be more progressive. That's the world in which they live in. And in that world, if they respond to those things accordingly, they would become more progressive, they would demonize MAGA, and they would therefore succeed in a lot more elections in that world that they've created for themselves. But the problem is that world is a fantasy. They have created a fake world and they're trying to fix themselves for that world, but it's not the world that they live in. It doesn't actually exist. And so they're battling reality, which is a battle that you can never win. You cannot win a battle against reality. And so my prediction for Democrats is that they're not going to win another election until their attitude changes, which is honestly fine by me because I'm a Republican and I'm a conservative. And I don't know when that's going to be, but maybe they'll get it together soon. They've done it in the past. And maybe they're just wailing and gnashing their teeth right now. But if they continue to get more stubborn, which I think they actually have done that over the past, pretty much since Hillary Clinton lost, I think they've only become more stubborn. They will not win elections. They will not win a single election because you have to be based in reality in order to win elections. And that's, by the way, conversely, That's why Trump won, because he told, let's just take stock of kind of the basic arguments of Donald Trump. He told people that immigration was crazy. He told people prices were too high. He said that foreign wars were ridiculous, and he won because it turns out all three of those things are actually true. He didn't create some like crazy world where immigrants were invading America and that wasn't true. No, that was actually true. It's actually happening. And because it was actually happening, he won. And Democrats, what they told you was the opposite. They said, no, prices are great. The economy is great under Biden. Foreign policy, Antony Blinken and Joe Biden are just geniuses. They told you immigration's not so bad. And that was a lie. And so they lost because lying can only get you so far. And especially with today's media environment, they get exposed in ways that they just didn't before because they had the mainstream media to cover for them. But today there are people like me, like many, many other people, not just on the right, but in the middle and on the left, that expose them. So with all of that, keep watching, guys, because if this is the Democrat Party for a while, Republicans will win every single election until the Democrats change. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you haven't already, go down below, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and watch another video.